Well, hello everybody. It is your old pal Baba Ganoush here again. It has been a long time, I know. I haven't posted any videos in far too long. Needless to say, there's been a lot of changes in the world these last few years. A lot of changes in all of our lives, and you know, personally, a lot of changes in my own. Unfortunately, because of all those changes, you know, certainly a lot of my filming and video work has had to take kind of a back seat to a lot of other things that I have going on in my life. But that being said, obviously I still do go get my hikes in. I still get my day hikes in. I get out here on weekends and things. But it's been kind of more for my own personal time. And as much as I have brought the camera with me and attempted filming, you know, coming out here has been kind of just a break and more of a vacation, and you know, time a little bit away from things and a time for my own personal self, and not having the camera up in my face all the time has kind of been nice in that regard. But that being said, things have settled down nicely over the last year and a half or so, and you know, I've been getting out on a lot more trips, pivoting to doing maybe not as many miles, but pivoting to doing more of like a bushcraft style theme. And it's been fun kind of learning and you know, getting some new experiences under my belt and everything as well, which is what I'm out here doing this weekend. It is Saturday, October 11th, just after my birthday. Out here on a long Columbus Day weekend, and I thought I'd get out to enjoy myself a little bit, get out to have some fun. It's supposed to be a pretty nice weekend, maybe a little bit of rain, but otherwise the temperature's not too bad. And I thought I'd bring you guys along, maybe start to practice a little bit and get my videos back up and running, and bring you guys back along for some beautiful journeys. And certainly today I'll be happy to share with you guys all the new things that are going on in my life, what's going on with my family, myself, everything with work, the whole 9 yards. Catch you guys up and hopefully have a beautiful time and start another beautiful relationship with all of you guys. And thank you guys for kind of sticking around, for those of you who have. So let me get on up to my little spot up here, and I'll pull you guys out in just a few minutes and show you guys what we're doing and what kind of beautiful day and beautiful evening we're gonna have. I'll talk to you guys real soon. Baba Ganoush out. All right, everybody, we are pulling up to my little home away from home, my little special place. All right, I'm just coming up quiet, make sure there's no animals sitting in here before I get spooked and run away and look like a little girl, and then I gotta edit all that out. But let me send you guys. So yeah, here's my little spot. If you guys can take a look, I got a nice little lean-to shelter out in an undisclosed location in the middle of the woods. I did call forest rangers to check in this area to see if this is something that I could do. I explained what my background was, what I was intending on doing, how this is not going to be a permanent thing. Obviously, like with my background working at REI and also through hiking the Appalachian Trail, obviously I make sure that I am safe. I'm keeping my area nice and clean. So I explained all that to him as well, and he was just like, listen, like in this area, stealth camping is perfectly legal. We just ask that you make sure that you clean up after yourself, that you don't obviously like leave a mess, have parties back there, so on and so forth. And I told him plain and simple, just man to man, I was just like, cool, this is literally just an area for me to hang out on my free time and kind of relax a little bit, instead of cranking out a whole lot of miles like I used to, because I'm getting older. This is just a cool little area, and I wanted to practice my bushcraft skills, and yeah, so this is what I built. Let me put my pack down, and I'll give you a tour. All right, everybody. So took my pack off, took a quick stretch, drink of water. What's cool about this spot is I'm only like a mile and a half or so from my truck, from the parking spot, but I'm in an area to where it's in an area where no one would ever go. So I kind of built this little thing for me. It's a nice little lean-to shelter. I have 2 tarps over the top, sleeping platform down below. And then of course, you know, come out front, I do have the whole fire pit area and the fence behind it as well to kind of help trap in the heat. I started building this last year, so it's still in a work of progress, which is kind of cool to bring you guys along so you can kind of see me continue to progress it and build it out. And as well as if you guys have some ideas for me to build as well, please leave them in the comments below. That would be great. There are a couple things that I want to do today. I do want to make the sleeping platform larger and just use a bunch of the bigger logs just to lay across and make one big, nice big platform there. I think that would be a lot more comfortable for me, as well as it'll put me on the ground so that way I won't get a draft underneath me during the winter and such. And a couple other things that I want to do, but you know, this is kind of just looking at it and being just like, huh, I think I'm going to do this and I think I'm going to do that, and kind of just having fun with it and going with my imagination and seeing what I can build, and yeah, have fun. So yeah, so bringing you guys back, why did I want to do that is one, again, things in my life have kind of settled down and I wanted to get back out and start having fun. And I remember having so much fun doing all my hiking trips and bringing you guys along and making great videos and making great content, and I was making a lot of friends doing that. And honestly, like, it was a big part of my life, and it wasn't easy to kind of give up, but I had to prioritize other things and, you know, make room in my schedule for other things. And thankfully things have settled out with family and with work and with life and all that, and I'll fill you guys in once the fire's going and we'll have a good time sitting around the campfire. But yeah, there's been a lot of changes in my life in the last few years, and I want to get back to what made me really happy and what I enjoyed doing, which is doing all this stuff. I'm just changing course and changing direction a little bit to doing more bushcraft skills, more so than a lot of miles, and that's okay. I still get my miles in. And yeah, I hope some of you guys who have been stuck with me this such a time enjoy coming back, and make sure you say hello. And I hope some of the new viewers enjoy some of the new content. And oh yeah, with that, I'm thinking about renaming the channel. Tell me what you think about Millennial versus Wild. Think about it. The reason why I wanted to choose that is because obviously I am a millennial, and I see too many people in our generation who aren't really doing this kind of stuff, and I love doing it. And so I wanted to share, you know, people of my age do these things, and it is accessible to get outdoors and to do these things. It is fairly easy to do these things, and especially as a millennial, obviously technology is a big part of our life nowadays. So if there's ways that I can make myself more comfortable and show you guys that you can have fun and be comfortable and have a really good time out here, then that's kind of what I wanted to do. And it was upsetting to watch Luke from Outdoor Boys decided to shut his channel down, and it really broke my heart to see him, because he inspired myself and so many others to film and do all this kind of stuff as well. And I'm not saying I want to kind of pick up where he left off, but it's just, he inspired me to do this kind of stuff, and I felt like it was time to kind of do what made me happy, because it made him so happy, and he was able to provide a wonderful life for himself and his family doing all this. And even though I might not make any money doing this, I enjoy doing it, and I hope to inspire others as well. So from a millennial's perspective, I can show you guys how it's nice and easy, and you can come out and be comfortable and have fun and bring some certain little amenities and things from home to make it really enjoyable. You don't have to be out here roughing it. You're like, oh my God, I'm gonna freeze to death. No, you don't have to. You can have fun, you can be comfortable, and we're gonna learn all about that along this new phase. So I hope you guys enjoy. I got some work to do. I gotta go fill up my water bags and get all that done, so that way I can come back and just kind of do my projects and relax a little bit today. It is just about 10 a.m. Sundown is right around like 6:30. Obviously, I got to get fire going and firewood and work on a couple little projects, which is why I wanted to get out here nice and early. So I'll bring you guys with me when I can, but I got work to do. I'll see you guys later. All right, everybody, so we're getting water filtered up. If you are looking to get more in the backcountry, just pick yourself up a good water filter. Go to your local outdoor store and ask what they recommend. I really recommend the Sawyer Squeeze. It lasts a long time. It's super effective. I've never had any issues with my water whatsoever. The flow rate isn't all that great, but at the same time, you kind of see how I have it hung up gravity. I can just kind of set it, forget it, and kind of go get other chores done. Now, my usual spot for water is dried up right now. We haven't had a lot of rain for like 2 months. We've had some like little light rain here or there for like maybe like a couple hours at night periodically, but really nothing of, you know, nothing substantial enough to really fill up the streams and stuff again. So I had to go to another spot, which is not too far from there, and even that was dried up. And thankfully, I always have my Gaia GPS on my phone, which always comes in handy. And I took a little side trail that I never took before, but I figured let me go take a look. And sure enough, I popped out and there's some water behind me. It's flowing out of an area. It is very slowly flowing, but nonetheless, I still run it through a filter just to be on the safe side. But it's a beautiful day. Might get some little spritzes of rain this afternoon, but otherwise, yeah, we're gonna fill up water, get back to the shelter, have a couple snacks, have lunch, and yeah, get the shelter fixed up and ready to go for winter, because I'm excited to bring you guys out on some winter trips. I've been coming out into that shelter during the winter primarily. Anytime that I see like snow and crazy weather or cold in the forecast, where I know that I'm gonna have days off from work, I get out and come do this crazy stuff. And last year I had a couple nights where I dropped down to the single digits, and that shelter and fire pit and everything performed beautifully. But now it's time this year to kind of spruce it up and make it a little bit better, make it more efficient, and hopefully entice some friends to come out with me as well. Tell them to stop being a bunch of chickens, and don't worry about the cold. I have it nice and comfortable. It's warm. But yeah, you got to come out and do the stuff. Got to come out and live. But all right, I'm almost filled up on water here. I got to fill up my Nalgene. I'm gonna camel up a little bit, and then I have 2 of those giant 2-liter water bags, so I'm gonna have like 5 liters of water altogether, which should be good for the rest of the day. Tonight, I have something really good to cook up for dinner tonight. I'm not gonna need too much water for that anyway. But then, of course, morning time, I have my oatmeal, and I got my morning coffee that I gotta have. But yeah, it's good to be out here. Good to be out here. Good to be back with you guys as well. So, all right, let me finish up. I'll see you guys back at the shelter. Ah, beautiful day. All right, everybody, we are back at the shelter. Had a little lunch, little drink, little rest. It's let's see what time we got here. It's about 1:45 right now. Took me a little longer to go get water and come back than I expected, in part because with everything being so dry, I had to go to a further water source, and then of course when that one was dry, I had to go to an even further water source. But nonetheless, I'm filled up on water. I'm ready to rock and roll. Now it is time to get firewood. I got my folding saw, I got my axe sitting behind me as well. Let's go get some firewood. We got to collect some other stuff as well, because I do want to do some projects. That's kind of what I like doing when I come out here. Yeah, I am out here to kind of relax a little bit, but this is also kind of my way of relaxing, is having fun and building stuff and getting back to my primitive roots. So let's go collect some firewood and yeah, make sure we can stay warm tonight. Let's do it. I think we're good on firewood. Yeah, I think we're good. Plus I already have some cut up. Time for a snack, time for a drink, time for a break, and then time for some projects. Let's do it to it. Whew. Oh, man. All right, so we're making some progress. There's a bug on my camera. Get the hell out of here. So as you can see, I got everything nice and cleared out, all nice and cleaned up. I am going to be building just a new sleeping platform, a little bit larger. That last one I just kind of threw together makeshift because I needed to sleep, obviously. But now I'm trying to get ready for winter, so it's time to kind of build this thing up, fortify it. I did already remove all that backing and then replace it with some kind of crappier logs, kind of more rotten logs, because I was using kind of good ones. And now I have my stack of logs sitting up there, which is what I'm going to use for my bed platform. I got my measuring stick, my measuring device, and I'm going to be using this just to make sure that they're all nice and even. I'm going to be running them, give you an idea, I'm going to be running them kind of vertical like this, straight across. And I am going to be putting like a couple pieces this way, horizontally this way, just to kind of make sure that they're level and give myself a little bit of elevation up off the ground, not too much though. So yeah, I got my work cut out for me. It's time to kind of start cutting these things up, laying them out. Hopefully I have enough. Otherwise I need to go get some more wood, which I don't really want to do because I have quite a lot of firewood. Some of it is going to be firewood, some of it is not going to be firewood. I have all this laying down here, which is from the old sleeping platform, so I can use that as firewood as well. But I'd rather not have to go get more and rather be able to just kind of work on my projects and kind of relax and have my snacks and have my water and yeah, have a good afternoon. So all right, let's get to work. Let's get to work measuring and cutting and slicing and dicing. Let's do it to it. Pokey. Can't have any pokies. Missed that one. I don't know how I missed it. Just paying attention to this. Alright. missed pokey. Can't have it. I can't have that. Alright, let's see how that fits. Oh, that's better. I can dig it. Hopefully I can get two out of this. Might be a little short, but that's okay. We'll still get two out of it. Just because I don't feel like I'm getting too many more. Told you, pig. Well, all right, everybody, we are rocking and rolling. Bed platform is all done. It's set up and ready to go. It is super comfortable. It is super sturdy. It is much, much better than the other one that I had built up. It's lower to the ground, yeah, but at the same time, cool. I'm gonna build some kind of bench and stuff anyway. But yeah, things are going great. I gotta build up the fire pit a little bit, cut up a little bit of firewood, and just make sure I'm kind of set up and ready to go, so that once it kind of gets dark, I don't really have too much to do. I do have string lights to hang up and everything as well, to make this whole area just look all nice and fun. But let me give you a little tour around the area, so that way you can kind of get an idea of what I'm working with here. How about that? Okay, so it is starting to rain a little bit, so I'm trying to get everything done and ready to go, so that way once it's dark I can kind of pack all my stuff up and ready to go. I got all my firewood kind of bundled up. I do have to still cut it up and everything, but I am going to be hanging up some string lights across the top there to illuminate the whole inside, so I don't have to have my headlamp running so long. But let me give you a little tour around the area. It's kind of nice. So it's cool. Behind the shelter, it kind of opens up. I do have this little bit of like a clearing behind me. It is starting to rain a little bit, so I apologize if the lens gets a little blurry, but I do have kind of a clearing right behind me here, so it is kind of cool. When I do get clear skies, I can come back here and see the stars and enjoy the sky. And then yeah, it goes back. There's a whole bunch of deadfall back here, so it's great to where I have tons and tons of standing dead and deadfall that I can take all my firewood from, because I do not cut down trees. I got my bear string hung up already. It is a big bear area, and it's also bear season this time of year. So yeah, holy smokes, it's really coming down right now. I'm gonna get back over by my shelter where it's dry, and then I don't know if you can kind of pick it up on the camera, but it's difficult to see. So now, yeah, there you go. Now you can kind of see the shelter. It's sitting back there. I do have a camouflage tarp, so it does kind of hide it a little bit. But, and then I got just a little pathway that comes from behind it here. And I'm underneath a couple of nice pine trees, so it is a little bit drier underneath here regardless. And yeah, and then I come back and that's the shelter. And I'll be setting up my whole sleeping pad and sleeping setup there. I got some firewood set up and ready to go here. I still gotta just make sure I put the rocks back up for the fire pit, since I had to rebuild the fence. And yeah, so I got a little bit of work to do. It is starting to rain pretty good, so I'm just gonna try to keep myself dry. And I'll check back with you guys in just a little bit. I'll catch you guys soon. So it's raining pretty good, so I'm just kind of hunkered down right now, just splitting up a little bit of firewood. I got a good stack sitting over here. I still got a pile sitting over there. So yeah, let's just get some stuff done. It's going on 5:30 or so. Actually, hold on, let's see what time it is. Never mind, it's 5:45. So it is gonna start getting dark in the next hour or so. Dinner is gonna be in like an hour and a half or so. So I'm trying to get this all done so that way I can get a fire going, get a good bit of coals going, because I got some steaks tonight, or I should say I got beef cubes. I got baked potato to make up tonight. I got a big stick of butter to mix all inside of all of it, and lots of butter and steak and butter and potato and butter and steak. It's gonna be delicious. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep on splitting firewood. Well, how's everybody doing? So we got let me show you. So we got fire. Fire is rocking and rolling. It is looking good. It is looking nice and hot. Oh yeah. So right now I'm just building the bed of coals up because I do have to use the fire to actually cook my food tonight. In fact, let me grab my dinner for you guys. Oh my Lanta. Here we go, baby. All right, so starting off with, I do have a baked potato wrapped into this. I just need to poke the hole into it and then set it in the fire, let it do its job for me. But this is the good stuff. I do have beef cubes, I think I have like 1.5 pounds of beef cubes sitting in here. I have some seasoning, that's salt, pepper, a little bit of garlic powder, also a little bit of cayenne pepper as well. Is it cayenne pepper? Yeah, cayenne pepper as well. Just a little bit of seasoning to put inside all the beef cubes and kind of spicing them up. I do have a good block of butter sitting in there as well. And yeah, we're gonna cook ourselves a really good meal. I got the skillet sitting behind me, so we're not just gonna grill it, we're gonna put it in the skillet with all the butter and all the goodness and all the gravy and all the steak, all the meat, all the beef. But it is it's a little bit creepy out there right now. It's going on about 7 o'clock, I think, roughly. Let's see what time it is. Let's see what we got. Yeah, just about 7 o'clock. It is dark finally, and of course it's starting to rain, so everything is kind of like fogged over. So of course you can't see anything because you're a camera. But it's a little ominous out there. I'll tell you what, this is why I get the bear string hung up first. This is why I get all this stuff up. And you can see the string lights now. You can see the string lights. So it does look really nice and cool. Let me actually take a step away so you guys can see what it's all about. There we go. Look at that. Got the fire pit roaring, got the string lights in there. It's been raining, but I got the roof over my head, so I'm nice and dry. Oh yeah, she's looking good. I got the gravity water filter going right there. I got some firewood cut up and ready to rock and roll. I got a little bench that I gotta make better, but it'll do for right now. It'll do. And then of course I got the fire rolling. So I usually wait until I'm ready to actually go to sleep to actually set everything up, so that way I don't get any sort of creepy crawly coming into my sleeping bag. Yeah, I did take a piece of birch branch and get it flamed up and smoky it up and kind of smoke out the interior of the shelter, just to kind of get rid of any bugs and any creepy crawlies that are in there. But otherwise, yeah, I'm gonna let this kind of die down just a little bit, get that good bed of coals going, then I'll shuffle stuff around and I'll show you guys when I'm gonna be making dinner. And yeah, in the meantime, I'm just kind of relaxing, drinking a little bit of water. I am having just a little snack here or there. I might get some tea going, you never know. I do have hot chocolate for tonight as well. I'm treating myself a little bit. And yeah, just cutting up firewood, relaxing, doing my thing. It's gonna be a beautiful night, especially with the rain. It's gonna pitter patter, and yeah, I don't know about you, but I sleep like a baby when it's raining outside. It's gonna be a good night. Looking forward to this. I'll talk to you guys real soon. All right, everybody, so we're getting ready for dinner. I got my beef cubes sitting here. I got my seasoning sitting here, ready to rock and roll, and ready for some butter, baby. We got the skillet sitting on there, getting warmed up, ready to rock and roll. I'm gonna try to do this with the camera on as best as I possibly can, but it's also really hot, and I'm also really hungry. So let's do it. More butter is always better, we know that. Ooh, you can hear that butter sizzling. I got the baked potato already in the fire. drop that in. Oh yeah. Oh my Lanta. And then we're gonna take some oh man, that looks so good. Oh my Lanta. I can't wait to show you guys this. I know I'm putting in a lot of seasoning, that's okay. More seasoning is always better. Oh, I need the glove on. Oh, it's so hot. It is really hot, but check it out. Oh yeah, baby. Oh man, got that butter rolling. Ooh, don't tip. Please don't tip over. I would hurt somebody if this tipped over. Oh man, but look at that. Look how good this looks. All right, I need to put you away, and I need to cook this up and make sure it's cooked all the way through, and also do it in a way so that it doesn't tip over. So I'm gonna put you away for a couple minutes, and I'll check back in with you when I am ready to chow down. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. That looks delicious. All right, I got it figured out. I can hold the camera and also do it. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh man, we got the baked potato. I don't know if you can see the baked potato in the tin foil sitting right there, but oh man, look at that. Would you just look at it? Oh, the butter's in there. All right, I'm gonna stop stirring it and let it kind of sit in the sauces and cook. Oh baby, oh my gosh, this tastes so good. Oh, look at that, look at that, getting up close and personal look. The baked potatoes still needs an extra couple of minutes, so I put a couple logs back on the fire just to warm it up, but oh, seasoning perfect. And that little bit of garlic powder, that little tiny, just a pinch of cayenne pepper just adds a little extra. And of course that salt and pepper can never go wrong with that. But I let it like sit and stew in the butter and the seasoning, and let it just like sit and stew inside of it as well. I did cook it all the way through just to make sure it was, but I pulled it off at a good time. Super nice and juicy. Oh man, this is so good. Oh man. See, this is one of the nice things about switching it up to doing more of the base camping, is I get to bring awesome food with me. Oh my Lanta. This is so good. And then especially during the winter time, when it doesn't get above freezing, I brought a couple ice cream sandwiches with me last year. It was great. So I had dinner. I had a steak dinner very similar to this. I think I did I do a T-bone? No. I can't remember what I did, but it was a steak with the bone left in it. I'm drawing a blank right now because this is just so damn good. But yeah, I actually brought like steak with me. I brought a baked potato again as well. But then I brought a couple ice cream sandwiches with me because it did not get above freezing for the entire weekend that I was out there. It did not get above 30 degrees even during the daytime. So it was great. I had a couple ice cream sandwiches for dinner. It was awesome. But cool. I'm gonna eat. I gotta check on the baked potato and make sure it's good to go. That way I don't overcook it as well. But I'm gonna enjoy myself. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Probably not as much as I am right now because I got delicious steak dinner for tonight. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh, I do it right. That's true. So all right, let me put you away. Let me check on my baked potato. Oh my god, the fire's going. Let me check on my baked potato so I don't overcook it. I'll check back with you guys in just a minute. All right, we got the baked potato out now. We got the butter just sitting in it. Honestly, I just threw it in the skillet with the juices and everything. I'm gonna eat all of this. It's gonna be so good. Yeah, I'm gonna have one bite here. Oh my Glanta. Add some tater. Happy dance. Gotta do my happy dance. All right, I'm gonna eat. Y'all sit tight. I'm gonna eat. I'll be back in just a little bit. In the meantime, have a look at that fire. So, all right, everybody. So it's geez, what time is it? It's about 8:30 at night. I am gonna kind of start to wind things down and just relax a little bit and spend some time without the camera on. But as I said earlier, while I'm sitting around the fire, I wanted to kind of update you guys with why I've been away for so many years and you know, what's been going on. I know, again, like I said, so much of the world has changed since COVID, since the whole world shut down. I know a lot of people's lives have changed, including mine. And yeah, there's been some great things that have changed, some not so great things that have happened. But I'm still here with you, still ticking away, and still out here enjoying myself. But one of the big things during COVID that happened, let's see, where should I begin? Honestly, it's so difficult to where to begin because it's been so many years. So, all right, so why don't we do this? Why don't we start with, you know, everything. Obviously, you guys know, if you've been staying with me for a while, I used to work at REI, big outdoor company. I worked at their DC flagship store. So I would do a lot of outdoor stuff, and certainly it suited me, you know, it suited me very well working in the outdoor community and also enjoying the outdoors. But obviously when the whole world shut down, I was furloughed from work for 3 months. And during that time, I honestly just started doing some side jobs and honestly just started picking up a little bit of work here and there. And I started just detailing some cars from time to time. Just making a few extra bucks. People in my area needed it because car washes were shut down. With my truck, my Tacoma, it's built for off-roading. I can't take it to car washes. So before COVID shut down, I was always kind of washing my own truck, detailing my own truck. And then of course my neighbors would ask me to do that. So that was something that I kind of just did on the side, make a few extra bucks, and it worked out kind of nice. So once the whole world shut down, I just kind of kicked it into high gear, picked up a few extra apartments, and one thing kind of led to another. And 5 years later, I have a very nice business, detailing business out of northern New Jersey. It keeps me very busy. I'm usually scheduled about 2 weeks in advance, almost all year round. I work with a number of car collectors working on some beautiful and extremely rare and expensive vehicles. And needless to say, I just found myself a nice little niche and something that I was really good at. While I loved working at REI, it is nice that I am making quite a bit more money now. So that is one nice little benefit to go with it. But of course I am a business owner, so it does take up a lot of my time, and of course getting the business off the ground and kind of switching gears and kind of learning how to operate a business and do all that as well took up a lot of my time. And so going hiking and doing all the filming did have to take kind of a back seat to all that. I would still go out on day hikes because I just like going hiking and I like staying in physically good shape, I guess. And so hiking is a great way to do that. But backpacking trips, long distance backpacking trips, unfortunately had to kind of take a back seat. And with that, all the filming, all the camera work, photography work, yeah, unfortunately a lot of that had to take a back seat. Hey, you know what? That's what happens. I started a business. It worked out really, really well. and here I am 5 years later doing good things. And now that, again, things have kind of settled out, and I want to kind of get back into doing all that again. I had a lot of fun doing it, and I had a great time connecting with a lot of people through YouTube who enjoyed backpacking and hiking and everything as well. And so yeah, here we are back again. So now I'm a business owner, and so that's a really good thing that's happened since the whole world shut down. Who knew? I don't know. I'm a go-getter. I couldn't stand sitting around for even just a few weeks after COVID. One of the things that did happen is I did move out of Maryland, out of the DC area, and I moved back into northern New Jersey, back where my family lives. And so it is nice to be around my family as my parents get older. My nieces and nephews are getting older and stuff like that as well. They're between like 3 years old and 7 years old now, so very young. They're in those early stages, so it's really cool to be around them. They certainly love their Uncle Bob, and I love them. So it's been great to be around family again, and to see my nieces and nephews kind of grow up and be a part of them growing up, and them learning how to play sports and learning how to swim, and going to their dance recitals and their karate class. And it's been really, really cool just being around those little munchkins. They're adorable. Yeah, I saw them just yesterday, in fact, so it was very, very good to see them before I came out and did all this. Now that being said, moving back home, there are some things that happened with my family that did certainly throw a wrench into a lot of things as well. Unfortunately, my father has had a lot of health issues in the last number of years. He has degenerative disc disorder, so he's basically the discs in his spine as he gets older have started to just kind of like break down and wear out. And so a lot of back surgeries, a lot of pain. And because of that, he did have some pretty bad falls, to which he had to spend some time in the hospital because of that. And we did almost lose him one of the falls that took place. By the grace of God, he did pull through it. He's still with us here today. But it was certainly some scary times. He was just in some really rough shape, and of course, because he was basically set to have certain surgery to alleviate some of the pain and some of the nerve damage and things. And because COVID happened and hospitals were only doing like serious stuff, it got delayed and got delayed and got delayed. So he was just, he was almost immobile. He could barely walk around, and when he did walk around, he was just in excruciating pain because of the nerve damage. So especially with COVID, with all that, it was really, really rough going. So it was good, at least me coming home to at least to be around closer to family, to take on some of the chores around the house, so that way, you know, he can take care of his body and try to deal with all that. And they don't have to worry about, you know, just doing little things, little chores around the house, making little repairs, just making sure that stuff around the house is getting taken care of as it should, because he just physically can't do it anymore. So he's still with us. He's still, you know, he's still up and walking around. He's got to be assisted with like a walker or a rollator or whatever it's called, like a walker with wheels. He does have like a little wheelchair that he whirls around the house, so that way if at least he does have to like sit down for a moment, the wheelchair obviously has a seat in it. So physically, yeah, it's tough for him to really get out and about and do things, so it is nice that I am close by. Their only son, to be able to just kind of take on some of that responsibility. And hey, you know, that's how it goes in life. As you know, parents took care of us when we were younger, and now as we get older, it's our turn to kind of take care of them and just kind of help out wherever we can. Now, he is still a very independent, very stubborn SOB, and I'm sure I'll be just as stubborn as I get to that age. But you know, the last 18 months in particular has been very, very touch and go. About 18 months ago, that's when he had probably his worst fall. Yeah, he thankfully pulled through, and he's still here, still ticking, and still doing his thing. The family's all still together, and it's been great being around family. It's you know, especially being 4 hours away in DC as parents get older and niece and nephew get older, you know, FaceTiming and being around for holidays and stuff like that as well. It's nice, but it only goes so far. And yeah, it's been good stuff. It's been good moving back to New Jersey. There's been some good stuff, some bad stuff, but I think the good has far outweighed some of the bad things that have taken place. I still have my Tacoma. I'm still off-roading and still adventuring and still doing a lot of that stuff, and just not filming it, not posting to Instagram or YouTube as much as I used to. I think filming a lot during my Thru-Hike did kind of make it get a little bit old, you could say. Maybe just a little bit. Certainly after my Thru-Hike, I still did plenty of filming, and I really enjoyed doing it. But again, you know, taking on responsibilities for my parents, as well as growing a business and learning how to operate all that. And now, of course, the business is just super busy and hustling and bustling. You know, it's been, obviously, you know, I got to make my time has to come from someplace. So while I still would get out and go adventuring, I wouldn't do a lot of the filming, a lot of the videoing, and especially the hours and hours of editing that goes along with it. It just became really tough to do. So I tried, but when you're up till like 12 o'clock at night, being just like, oh, I got to get this video out on Tuesday, and it's, yeah, every day you're working on it for maybe like an hour, 2 hours, it does get a little tiresome, a little tedious. But now that things are going good at home, and going good with the family, going good with parents, going good with work, and those things are kind of really settled out, I wanted to bring you guys back a little bit and have some fun. Summertime, I kind of wind down a little bit of the hiking a little bit because I do get very busy with work. But wintertime coming around, I try to get out maybe once a week, once every other week. Especially when there's like a really bad snowstorm coming in. I'm going to be coming here so that way we can enjoy the misery of the snowstorm together. Yeah. So I'm gonna kind of relax a little bit. It's starting to get going on. It's 8:45. It's getting going on 9 o'clock. I'm just gonna kind of kick my feet up, relax a little bit, cut up some more firewood, make sure I have enough to you know, just kind of sit and smolder throughout the night a little bit and make a little smoke just to kind of keep the critters away. So I'm going to tuck you away. I am going to have some hot cocoa later on, but it's good to be back. Thank you guys for sticking with me, and thank you guys for coming back, and thank all the new people for coming along. I look forward to see you all in the morning. I hope you enjoy the next few seconds, and I'm going to enjoy the next like 10 hours of sleep. So yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the next little bit of relaxing, the next number of hours of sleep, and wake up to the birds chirping. See you all in the morning. Catch you guys later. Well, good morning, everybody. It is a little bit of a chilly morning. I don't know if you can see my breath. A little chilly. But I slept like a rock yesterday, last night, whatever you want to say. It's about 8:30 right now. I slept in a little bit. Got up twice last night just to put some more logs on the fire, and refilled it up at like 3 o'clock and slept all the way until 8 a.m. this morning. So, but a little chilly this morning, a little breezy, a little chilly. Not raining, thankfully, but yeah, I think time to get up. Time to have my breakfast. Time to have a nice hot cup of coffee. and then start making our way out of here and making our way home. Start wrapping up this this adventure. So let me get up, let me get ready to go, and let me have breakfast, and I'll talk to you guys real soon. Thank you. All right, everybody, it is time for me to get up on out of here. Yeah, had a nice hearty breakfast, just some oatmeal and some coffee this morning, nothing too crazy. I do have some oatmeal bars with me as well, just in case I get a little bit hungry on the way out of here. But I only have like a mile and a half to go, so really nothing too crazy. But you can see kind of like the finished result of the sleeping platform. No more string lights hung up, everything's cleaned out. I just poured some water on the fire pit. And yeah, just making sure that everything's nice and cleaned up, ready to go. Shelter's performing absolutely beautifully. That new sleeping platform is awesome. It's much sturdier than the previous one. So especially just having that extra sturdiness. The other one, some of the pieces, the cross pieces were like kind of thin, so if I would move, they would like flex a little bit, and there were a couple pieces that I would like put my arm down to lift myself up and they just snap in half on me. So it is nice to have something really nice and stable. Next big project for me to do is, I'm gonna be here maybe Thanksgiving time again. Actually, I'm gonna try to get out here in a couple weeks if I can. But we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to get out as often as I can. I'm still kind of dealing with things with a lot of busy stuff with work. But once the winter hits after Thanksgiving, I get to come out here a lot more periodically. But the next big project is to finish the fence going behind the fire pit there. That way I can kind of just enclose this all in and really trap the heat in. And then from there, what I might do is I might do like a long pole up right here, all right, and then bridge it across the top, do a corner piece from that corner, and then to the corner of the fire pit, and then lay some pieces across, so that way it kind of encloses at least a little bit. It'll be kind of on an angle. Put like a little bit of a roof up top here, so that way, you know, when it snows, when it rains, I do cover myself in a little bit more. And with the fire pit, it just traps the heat in for during the winter. Because one thing is, I am pretty set far back with the sleeping platform, which is okay. I'd rather be a little bit further away from the fire pit, just to make sure I don't get embers that kick up and put a hole in my sleeping bag, which did happen once, maybe twice. But so I'm trying to prevent that. So I'd rather keep myself a little bit further away and then just build around the shelter to kind of help trap in that heat a little bit better and keep it nice and warm. But otherwise, I need to start making my way out of here. It's about 10 a.m. right now. Rain is on its way and I need to get on the move. But it's been a lovely time. Nice and relaxing. I slept really well, and of course it was great to bring the camera back out. Great to share an experience with you guys. Great to be back with you guys, and yeah, I look forward to doing some more videos, and I hope you all join along. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you on the next one. Baba Ganoush out.